All right, and welcome to your KC5, your new unit. We're moving on to Unit 5 with this, which is geometry. Okay, so we're going to be talking about shapes and a new vocabulary and the math concept behind it. Okay, the main thing with KC5 is learning the vocabulary. We know the vocabulary, then we know what mathematical expression we're going to be using, okay, or how to even figure out or how to solve the problem, okay? So the four words that we're going to be using in this KC 5 for for target A is going to be rotation, reflection, translation, and dilation, which is the words that you have learned in your previous videos from yesterday from Khan Academy. And if you didn't watch those videos, make sure you do. Okay, those videos are really good at explaining each transformation. Okay, transformation is when you are transforming, you're creating a new um, image. Okay, so our objective or MLO for this target is to draw or describe a rigid transformation when given a geometric figure. So if they give us a picture, we should be able to tell what kind of transformation it happened, okay? I'm going to explain to you the four transformations that we're going to be talking about in this target. The first one is rotation. I think rotation is one of the hardest that a lot of people struggle with. Something about rotation is that rotation is always going to be rotating in a circle, okay? Since it's rotating in a circle, I don't know if you guys know, but in a circle, we have degrees. That's how we talk about in circles. We have degrees and angles. So a whole circle like this is 360 degrees. Half a circle is 180. And then 1/4 of the circle is 90 degrees. Okay. 180, as you can see, creates a straight line. 90 creates an L shape. Okay, this is 90 degrees. A whole circle is 360. Those are the three types of degrees that we're going to mainly talk about when I say that we're talking about rotation. Okay. Another thing to point out with rotation is that rotation always focuses on a point. We are always going to be moving the pictures or the image with a point. That was going to give you a point. Okay. So keep that in mind. Point is about rotation. And I'm going to give you an example really fast here, okay? I'm going to show you how to figure out what kind of transformation is happening based on pictures like this, okay? Usually, all the shapes are going to give you points. A triangle has 3 points. So we're going to label those points. Sometimes they're going to label it for you, sometimes they're not. I'm going to label this A, B, C. Okay, that's the pre-image, and then we're going to talk about this vocabulary. So this is the first image, and this is the second image. And I'm going to show you how to tell if it's going to be rotation. All right. This is A prime and B prime. Okay, this is the second image. Obviously, this is still C prime. Okay, so the main thing with this is that you're going to be able to tell that this point, the C, since it didn't move, it's both still C right there. That is the point that we're using to rotate the first image to the second one. We're going to rotate this image. The easiest way I can rotate this or figure out what kind of rotation is that you're going to match the points. If point A is right here on top and point A is down here on the bottom, connect those points. See? Once I figure out that connection, you're going to see that it's a straight line. A straight line looks like a 180 degrees. And if I connect point A to A prime, so the point A from first image to the point A to the second image, okay, I create the half circle. That's how I know that this rotation is 180 degrees. Okay, always connect your points. The original points of the first image to the second points of the second image. If it creates a straight line, then it's a 180. If it creates an L shape, it's a 90-degree angle. Okay. I could do the same thing with point B. Point B for the first image is right here. C is in the middle because again, that's the point that we're using for rotation. Didn't change. And then B is right here. If I connect B with a B prime, we make a straight line. And again, when we make a straight line, we have 180. So please do that to really help you out with rotation. All right, moving on to the next one, we have reflection. Reflection is a mirror image. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're reflecting yourself in the mirror, okay? This is always going to be focused on a line of reflection. That's what it's called. Just like rotation focuses on a point, this one focuses on a line. So be careful. Okay, so again, how to tell if it's a reflection? Well, I'm going to draw my triangle here. And again, it has points. I'm going to label them A, B, C. And since I'm using a line of reflection, okay, this is a line of reflection that I'm using for this example. That means I'm going to have the other triangle here. That means that this is C prime, B prime, A prime. Okay, let's say that they give you this picture. How to tell if it's a reflection? Well, again, connect those points, okay? C for the first image is right here. This is the first and this is the second. C is right here and C is right here also. If you connect those 2 points, it forms a straight line again, right? It's on the same line. If you connect point B to the point B, you connect them and it matches the line. That means that the triangle, the bottom line of the triangle, is also the bottom line on the triangle, the next one. That means that this is a reflection. It matches, okay? You might want to say that this is rotation, okay? But one thing that you might notice is that when you do reflection, the shape just changes to the other side. It doesn't move up, it doesn't move down, it doesn't go sideways, it doesn't do anything. If the picture just moves to the right or the left, that's it. That's a reflection. If you notice on your rotation, your first triangle was on top and now it's on the bottom and it's looking the other way. Point A is on top and now point A is on the pointing towards down, okay? So they are gonna switch. Reflection doesn't switch. My image is the same. It just moves to the left or to the right. It's reflecting to the left and it's reflecting to the right. That is it. Okay, the other kind of reflection, obviously reflecting up or down. That's it. But it's just a reflection. You're not doing anything to the image. It's not changing. You're reflecting. And the last one, translation. I think translation is one of the easiest. Translation just moving the image. Okay. When we move, we're going to be moving left or right, or we're going to move up or down. And because we are moving up and down, left and right, your translation always going to be in a coordinate point. So remember that. Okay. Rotation focuses on a point. Reflection focuses on a line. Translation focuses on the coordinate point. X represents when you move left and right. Y represents when you move up and down. That's why it's in a coordinate point. Let me give you an example. If I had this triangle, again, I have points here, A, B, C, and my new triangle is over here on the top now. This is A prime, B prime, C prime. Again, you'll notice that the image stays the same, okay? So image stays the same. It just moves up, down, left, down. It's always moving. Okay, so C, again, I'm connecting my points. C with C prime, B with B prime, and A with A prime. You're going to see that they are going up. Okay, so it's moving up. Okay, so translation, the image stays the same no matter what también. It just moves left and right, up and down. Okay, so make sure we understand this. Okay, so one thing that we need to remember is that rotation. So I'm going to highlight them. Rotation, reflection, and translation. All the images are congruent. So all of these are congruent. And what does congruent mean? That they're the same. Okay? Triangle 1 is the same thing as triangle 2. The first image is the same as the second image. Those images are always going to be congruent. Dilation is the only one that is not congruent. Because dilation makes your shapes go small or big. So dilation changes size shape, the size of the image. So if it's changing the size, then they're not going to be the same. If I have a small triangle here and then now I have a big triangle, they're not the same. Yeah, they are triangles. Both of them are triangles, but they're not the same size. Therefore, they're not going to be equal to each other. Okay? So dilation is the only one that is kind of different than the three transformations that are in blue. Because those are congruent, dilation is not. The main ones that we're going to focus on this target is going to be the first three. So rotation, reflection, and translation. And you'll see little videos explaining a little bit more of these four transformations. Another thing that we need to talk about is the way we name this, the way I talk. And I'm pretty sure you've seen and heard right now how I was saying B prime, A prime, pre-image, image, okay? So we need to understand that the new image is called image. Sorry, the new figure is called image. The old figure is called pre-image. Remember, pre means before? English class, right? Pre means before, so that's before the new image. So that's why it's the old figure. Okay, so when I'm saying image, I'm talking about the new figure. When I'm saying pre-image, I'm talking about the old figure. Okay, the new figure, so the new image, so the image, oops, of triangle ABC is written as triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. The little dash that I'm writing on top of on the corner of those letters, it's called prime. Okay, that's how I'm going to figure out which one's going to be the pre and which one's going to be the new image. So if I have a triangle, okay, again, I label my points. I have my second triangle, again, I label my points. You're going to be able to right away tell that this is your image, the new one. And this is your old image, so the pre-image. Why? Because of the little dashes next to your letters. Remember dashes, the little dashes, the prime? Those are representing for the new image. So they're going to ask you what kind of transformation happened from the pre to the image, so the new one, from the old to the new, what happened?